Hello again, it's me. So today we're back on the Almond. Brown trout season's over, so we've got a couple of weeks left of salmon and sea trout fishing, and that was a terrible cast. I'm just being really aware of the snags around me. Today I've got the big guns out. I've got the Airflow Airlight V2 switch rod, a big 11-foot 8-weight beastie, which you know, deals with the salmon and sea trout quite well. Well, I say salmon and sea trout, I know it deals with sea trout well. I don't know how it's going to cope with a salmon, having never caught one on it. But I came out the other day with my 9-foot Hardy rod, a little 8-weight, but I couldn't get across the other side of the river with it. I just couldn't cast it out because of how overgrown the banks are. So I made a whole video, about an hour and a half long, well, about an hour and a half of footage. Got home, watched it back, realised that even by my standards, it was a load of shite. So I just scrapped it and I thought I'll just do another one, start again. So that's today. This is today's redo, I suppose. Aye, so we're at kind of the top of beat 1, just before Crammon Brig, and we're going to work our way down the river here till we get to the weir, and hopefully from there I'll be able to work my way down to the cafe pool, which is my favourite pool on the river. Well, my favourite sea trout pool anyway. That's where I've caught almost all of the sea trout I've caught in the last 3 seasons, and I managed to catch the bank. It wasn't bad. So I want to get down and fish this kind of scene here. I'm just trying to find my way in because, as is typical, no matter how well you know a river, as soon as it floods out a little, all your normal little paths are washed away, so you need to be very, very careful. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to work my way down here. I want to fish that kind of slack water over there. It's just a case of getting down to it safely, and if I got a cast, then oh, I've got a wee one under my line. Get off. End of my rod, rather. There it goes. So aye, I'm going to work my way down there, casting appallingly as I go, but it doesn't matter, does it? Once your fly's in the river, you just let the current do the work for you. You can afford to be slightly sloppy when fishing heavy tackle like this. This is kind of close to where I want to be. I'll just get my fly out into that seam there. I'll be happy. Oh, this is what I mean about not being able to see my normal little paths and things. I'm having to be super careful where I put my feet. This is a pool I called the Easter Monday pool, because I had one of the worst fishing sessions of my life right here. It's so frustrating. The fish jumping everywhere. I tried every single fly at every single depth that I could think of or I had in my box, and absolutely nothing would take. I just saw a bird fly directly into the water there. I wonder what happened. Oh well. I don't know what happened. I know what happened. The bird flew into the water. There it is. Oh, it's a little dipper. It's caught itself a little fish. Can you see that? It's just bashing its brains in on that rock before it eats it. Oh well, at least one of us is catching something, I suppose. Oh, there it goes again. So yeah, I came out the other day and I made a kind of a video, played it back, realised it was a load of old shite, didn't catch anything, and I was just going up and down this stretch of the river, not because fucking hell, yeah, there was a couple of people that came out because the conditions were absolutely perfect for salmon, so I didn't get to fish the pools I wanted to, when I wanted to, but that's, you know, that's fair enough. The river doesn't belong to me. You know, you've got to make way for other people. So what was I saying? Aye, you've all had a hard season, you all know what it's been like. You know, I'm not telling you anything new. But it's been you take some comfort in watching everybody else all around the country having a hard time, so you know it's not just you that doesn't know how to fish these conditions. You know, they are unfishable most of the time, or at least incredibly difficult and challenging. But if it was easy, what's the point, you know? If you came out and caught a big specimen fish every cast, that would get boring and old really quickly. Yeah. Although it would be nice, you know. I say that, but to come out, you know, and have one of those days. Who was I watching a couple of weeks ago? Was it Adventure Fishing or Bang Average or something? And they hit the honey pot, you know, and it was fish after fish. I love days like that, but you don't get them very often, do you? Well, I don't anyway. Well, there was nothing doing in that pool. It's not surprising. I've come down to the weir. I don't know if you'll be able to see and hear it from here. Hopefully. The water's far too strong. There was nothing's going to make it past that. Especially not the size of fish that you usually find in here. You know, there are obviously some salmon, but they're not big. It's the little ones really that have made it past the trawler nets that you find in here. There's some decent size, but you're not going to find any, or not many, like double figures, 20 pounders and so on you find in the bigger rivers. And that's kind of works in favour of the river to a degree, because it doesn't have the same pressure on it that like the Tay or the Dee or whatever does, or the Don, and it certainly doesn't come with the expense you associate with those rivers. And you're not going to find the Almond on any top 10 lists anywhere of anybody's favourite salmon rivers. But it's one of those little, you know, barely kept secrets that it is a good river and it is reasonably priced. Right, so I didn't manage to move anything in that pool, although I did see one more fish over there. I'll get another leaf on the line. Combination. Try and whip it off. There we go. So I did see one more fish coming up over there. Not a big fish, but it came out of the water. It's only a pound or so. It looked like a little sea trout. So there's a few fish here. I won't catch them casting like that. Yeah, just in that slack there behind the riffle, there's a few fish in there, so that's my target for now. Oh, okay, that's just a little brownie. Thought I was into a wee sea trout there, but it's just that's a little brownie. Okay, I'll get this unhooked and get it back. Well, good morning. It's 0:30 and I'm out on the Almond for a early morning salmon and sea trout fishing. It's super dark still. It's only about 6:30 in the morning and I've just found myself out here through circumstances. It's a wee bit too early to start fishing yet, but I've got time, maybe half an hour or so before. Can you even see anything here? Yeah, I've got maybe half an hour or so before the sun comes up and it's safe to get into the water. So that's what I'm going to do, just sort of get myself ready, get all my shit together and just wait till the sun comes up, I suppose, and then just get myself in the water. This is there's a few days this week where high and low tide and sunset and sunrise coincide, so I reckon this is probably my best chance for a late season salmon or decent sized sea trout. So I'm going to put my torch off, get my head torch on, get all my stuff set up, and then I'll come back when the sun's up and it's safe to get in the water. Okay, I'll see you then. Well, the sun has finally come up after an excruciating wait. I'm sure it took an extra minute on purpose just to mess with me, but we're here now. Hopefully there's enough light to film by. There's certainly enough light to fish by. That's a wee kingfisher just went past. You wouldn't have seen that, it's still too dark for that, I think. So yeah, I'm going to fish down. This is the same I was fishing the other day. I'm going to have to edit these two videos together, I think, so it's going to be a bit scrappy. So you're going to see me do one thing and then suddenly switch on to another. Now be careful of that tree behind me again. There's a snag out in front of me but I can't see it, but I've hooked into it twice now, so I'm going to have to be careful of that. And I'm going to cast left-handed, I think, or over my left shoulder, just to avoid that bush behind me, because yeah, there's that snag there right in front of me, so I have to be careful of that. So I'll pause here, get that out, and then I'll come back. Well, it turns out that the river really wanted that fly too, so I've had to sacrifice another one. I've been fishing 10 minutes and I've had to retie twice already. It's not a good record, is it? But oh well. I've got no shortage of flies. I bought loads and loads of them throughout the season. Just any time I had like a spare 20 quid or whatever, I just bought a pack of 12 or something. These little low water doubles which work perfectly in a river like this. The big flies are just too much. So I'm going to fish here for an hour or so, and then I'm going to move down to the cafe pool, which you all know by now, and just fish there for a couple of hours until, you know, the school runs over and rush hour's done and all that, and I can get back home without getting stuck in traffic. Because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Not for this specifically, but I had to get up at 4 o'clock this morning, and by the time I'd finished what I had to do, I thought, well, rather than going back to bed and just, you know, wasting the best part of the day, I'll come down here, get a couple of hours in at dawn. The high tide was about an hour ago, so hopefully there'll be some fish running and I'll maybe hook into one. That's my thinking anyway. And if not, I get a couple of hours probably to myself on the river, because no bugger else is daft enough to get up at this time in the morning. I was going to leave it until later. I just saw a fish over there. I just saw it thingy. I think it's scraping sea lice off itself, just in that channel there. I'll probably spook the hell out of it there by doing that, but if there's one, there's likely more. Oh, don't know if, oh fucking hell, I can't believe I've done it again. I've done it again. Same pool, same tree, same everything. I wasn't sure if I hit the bottom there or I had a fish, but I gave it a wee tug, and whatever it was let go, and I'm snagged in the same bloody tree again. I don't believe it. Right, give me a second. What the hell's that? Is that a fish? Oh my god. What have I caught? Oh, it's gone. I think I had a little a little salmon par on there. It was about 2 inches long. I don't know if you saw that. I thought I had like a leaf or something on, but yeah, it's a tiny wee salmon par, or a wee trout par. I know I said if I caught anything silver I was going to call it, but I'm not counting that. I think I might have fell hooked that. There's no way that took my fly. So sorry little fellow. So if this is the last time I get out with the fly fishing gear for this season, and that's the reason you're watching these videos, is for the fly fishing, then thank you for watching, because I'm going to move on to pike fishing and sea fishing over the next few months, and grayling come December. I'm going to get myself a ticket for the Escape Musselburgh and try my hand at grayling fishing. I've never caught a grayling, never actually even seen a grayling, but I know people do enjoy it, and it is, you know, I've heard it's worth it. So, bloody wind up again. I'm going to give that a go just to keep my hand in. I know it's nymphing, not fly fishing is the way I prefer to do it, but you know, it's a new skill set I have to learn, and I've got all the equipment I need. I've got a nymphing rod and nymphs and sinking lines and all that sort of a thing. I don't know how far I'm going to get into it, if I get up with furrowed leaders and all that sort of a thing, and bungs and whatever it is, I don't know. Anybody that goes grayling fishing has got anything they want to share with me, then please do. I'm an absolute novice when it comes to that. So, aye, unless I catch something, this will just be another minute or so of me casting poorly into these seams on opposite side of the river, and there'll be a fade out, and then that'll be the end of it. I don't know if I'm going to get out again in the next few days. I'm going to try, but it'll probably just be more of the same. So, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good season. If you go fishing, if you didn't go fishing and you're just watching the videos, I hope you at least enjoyed some of what I've done and had to say. And I'll see you next year. Cheerio and Rasta.